Ebusia kai apono nyuma o se Agyapong kura won master.
Agyapong bo master.
Who knew? Say sana Agyapong master. Hey, actually Anas.
Obi anene master.
And right now online you saw videos trending say Agyapong in court with USA. Excess. Ebusia. Was that court to no ne Anas ne wo.
Ebusia. Atiagya, Magraheb, aremeyaw. As Anas get cool $18 million choppable dollars from Agyapong in court in the U.
Excess. Ebusia. Was that court to no ne Anas ne wo. O si Agyapong wo can say October 2018.
Na Ebusia ukopie social media no so a Anas followers ni supporters omani age pop. But on the flip side of the coin, the supporters of Agyapong are not really excited about the judgments na abano na way na akos party debate or social media no so na Magraheb aberi inti ebusuan se be kai in 2018 Anas a video or documentary on be BBC the title of the video no was betraying the game at football na way and around that time no Agyapong make statement way and anya Anas there ama all kukruya di call US court inti finally no judgment naba ama Anas edin kunim na after winning the case no Anas a video I explain his side of the story and how he feels that things should have been done. Inti ebusuans Oshem or YouTuber, don't forget to subscribe, share, and then like. Oshem or Facebook so make sure so follow me now share. I'm for discover video. Now Oshem or TikTok so make sure so clicky on the follow button no so now share no comment. I'm for discover this video. In some
I think that Ghana, who say Ghana within the GF in a month for be now we're corrupt at least based on that release at the buy and then Agyapong can same be afterwards and the baby now code of square. So I know the man as indigenous to seek in Agyapong and then 2018 court case there back and forth sir and I feel about bedroom baby I say the judgment about judgment and then they say okay Anas defamation I was saying Agyapong defame well, court na je tum say no correct. And because of that, so more compensate Anas and then damages and whatever in amount of $18 million. After that, Anas a whole video, Anas style of things.
Yesterday in the Essex County Superior Court of New Jersey, an 8-member jury delivered a unanimous verdict holding Agyapong, former Ghanaian MP, liable for defamation and awarding damages of $18 million.
Now this is very interesting. This is our Ghana, but the case didn't happen in Ghana because I think at the time the MPP for was so Anas I think thought he wasn't going to get justice in Ghana because back a little while back here na kwesi engineer Anas situation almost the Ghana court. Because in your say Anas yin anymore court na fede or na daily. Because when you confronting the accuser, Abraham the accuser no ni pakura oye. And then back and forth sana kukodru ba bi say yes Anas and show up with saying in the case you twem because in your versus Anas no you twem ye free Ghana court. But this one with US in the Ebusia it was still ongoing.
Mr. Agyapong, in a desperate bid to silence me, labeled me a land grabber, an extortionist, a murderer, a tax evader, and a blackmailer who ought to be hanged. These were not just lies. They were calculated attempts to destroy my credibility and put my life in danger.
And now to a mama bedroom says say you have the judgment in favor of Anas Mumaba. Now this is the interesting thing about this whole court this thing. You see the fact is a court to a bua say second Agyapong. Emma Anas $18 million. Agyapong to me appeal. Now it's either Agyapong be appeal for a much smaller kind of compensation fee, which will be like I don't know the amount to ABA but let's say $100,000. And Anas got the right to refuse. And if that happens now, Agyapong a bit me call back and forth so at the end of the day till one dies. No one is even going to see one penny from that $18 million judgment. So sometimes court cases, and you're like straightforward like that. What I say? Now, knowing the type of person that Agyapong, I seriously doubt to say he is going to give Anas $18 million. That's not going to happen. So, maybe they will reach an agreement, Agyapong, but nowhere close to that $18 million.
While Ghana's legal system failed to deliver justice in 2018, the U.S. court upheld truth. This case was not easy, Proving defamation in the United States requires establishing actual malice by a clear and convincing evidence standard, one of the highest legal thresholds in the world.
Now, for me to say Anas, it's good for him because of an investigative journalist. Can Agyapong say the career, and now when you have some kind of vindication, it's okay. Can Agyapong go in who and some can Agyapong campaign when any no corner. Obey him the agenda, so I get some of the credibility back. And for me to say Can Agyapong also, is a little bit kind of he set out to kind of discredit Anas, and he achieved that successfully, single-handedly. Right now, Anas the documentary people I'm out for her twice because at some point Nana Dokrano so run Ghana like style of Anas type of thing. No, Obabe who now I can't the abana for the amount of saying I'm way enough for the good when you must say he did be the woman. Back in Japan, too, need to see Anas. That was done. Like, it drew some point to be a very Anas video background, and people were like, Ojo Moody, that's why investigative journalist, for an Imbra. Because we're Ghana, you are more for investigative like Manasa Zuri, or Moody or Manimba, we know who they are. Today, there are one Nas, no person will do an Imba bad in the Gaika home. So, near Japan set out to do. Because at that time, now Anas were going after judges, like political high class figures, more so I was say, no, Anas was basically untouchable. And I can Japan say, okay, I'll touch you, and then you feel I'm touching you. I will rub my hands over you. And then, oh yes, sir. So every kind of week, beer, and Japan was on Anas' neck. Anas way, Anas be pro, Anas be tete, obegu Anas anymasi. Every single day. Anas every opportunity be Anas can Japan be no go after Anas.
Anas, if you set people up, it is not investigation. The boy is so corrupt and wicked, evil. Anas were corrupt for me. See, I will strip him naked. Hey, baby, what kind of nonsense going on in this country? I was a tender, the shitty team where you're corrupt big time. So a girls were dear mail. That my meaningless.
A 2 more could do say, and I feel they no be Anas as a munibium. And as the documentary we ban as him, no one actually looked into it anymore.
Some me say, well, back court. I only made fireman, cashman. I be drag court. I be a dear Tantanas with him. And then in Cascaya, the guy will remove everything for everybody to see who Anas is. And yes, there's a court to make up.
The Anas right now, that's why we need this case, still not the credibility, Can you point what you so good style be? And if you ask me, can I forbid second Japan? He always wants to feel like I'm right. So the fact is that waiting me at discredit Anas, Anas power no when it comes to the investigative journalism now. Right now, Anas needs our power in him. And can Japan, if you ask him to choose $18 million versus that here, he'll go for that any day. And again, I don't think second Japan will pay Anas $18 million. He won't even pay him $1 million. I stand to be corrected. But either way, it's very interesting.
Regrettably, Ghana's justice system has not always lived up to the principles of fairness and impartiality. When I sued Mr. Agyapong in 2018, despite his inability to legally substantiate his allegations, the court ruled against me, with Justice Barr scandalously branding me a terrorist instead of adjudicating the facts before him. This miscarriage of justice was later condemned by Supreme Court Justice Kolende, who rightly described it as a violent abuse of judicial authority.
And I doubt that if the case will happen with Ghana, this judgment. I didn't follow the case in our SS County, so I can't tell you it's okay. This and this and this was the you can't say normal Anas can second Japan can't and then evidence or provided and you can't my jury finding in favor of Anas instead. I have no idea, so it is what it is.
My fight has never been for personal gain, but for the soul of Ghana's democracy. This victory in the US sends a powerful message. The media cannot be silenced. Truth cannot be buried, and those who wield power must be held accountable.
Yo, Ebusians also looking very younger. They have a better lifestyle. They look very smart. And I recommend the apple cider vinegar from Goli, and the super fruits, and the super green, and the ashwagandha gummies, and the sleepy gummies. Then you know free Goli nutrition. I'm US. Na so open say utubia Miss Cromendi say obe use promo code no description of this video. And as open say you also want to be part of betu ntoma bizua. Now check the description part of this video. Now I join free. Now I end some cool cash. That's your how far. Enjoy. And say so open check mo bia. Obetimi inbox me. Na mabua na wa join. So open say also register as your content creator. And I say, wow, she has opened media to the description part of your video. And I saw the battle video I see both YouTube, Facebook, and Mr. Also bet me contacting me. Now should be no registration here free. You can join in the description part of this video. Details in the description part of this video. Now with the budget piece I was joining. Yes, goalie gummies. So me see goalie and work gummies. Goalie gummies. Apple cider vinegar, super fruit, super green, any ashwagandha, any nyaki home. Yes, goalie, a good product. But me I join your moon. Now I need some cool kind that you offer. Yes, goalie gummies.